Hello friends, I'm just adding a whole bunch of videos today on my lovely walk in the forest. So how many of you think, oh, I wish I could do that? You know, if I was just braver, if I was just younger, if I was just more healthy, if I was this, if I was that, I wish I could, I want to, but you don't. What holds you back? Anxiety. And what are those thoughts that are holding you back from just doing it? Are they really thoughts that are true? Are they really good reasons not to try something? Oftentimes we don't do things because we feel like we're going to look foolish or silly, or we're going to fail if there's something we want to try. Think about this. How many times in your life have you failed? We did it on a daily basis in school. And then what did you learn? Did you give up? Or did you have to try again? We tend to forget this as adults, that how we learn and how we live is by taking chances and doing things. And instead of letting the anxiety and fear rule our lives, experimenting, trying, and seeing if there's truth to our fears. So, I love the water, and I love being in the water. So we're going to take a trip in the water. What is better than this beautiful sound of running water and the thought of putting our feet in it and hopefully not dropping my phone in it? Humor. Humor is another great tool. Humor is probably one of my favorite tools to have in life. Life is too serious to be serious all of the time. I'm gonna leave my shoes here. We'll come get those later. You ready? Here we go. Ah, it's cold, but so refreshing. Look at this water as it beautifully drifts down. Is that not most relaxing thing? Imagine yourself sitting on a little tube, just flowing down. Let's take a walk. At this point, you're probably like, what is she doing? Don't slip, don't fall. It's okay. There's stones, there's rocks, there's sand. And the best of all, there's beautiful, fresh, cool water. Right now I'm feeling the moss under my feet on the rocks, the cold water. Just listen to the sounds. Taking a look in the water. And there's a lot of, whoa, really cool stones here. Look at this. Look at all those cool little lines in there. Again, we always want to look up and look down. I've always been one to look down at the rocks and look at the beauty they have in the water. Ooh, that's another really good one right there. There's so many beautiful things in our world that we just don't think about, that we just don't see, because we're too busy with our day-to-day. Our day-to-day will be there. This moment will not. This is the only moment I have at this moment in time. And after today, it'll be gone, and it'll be just a memory. Now again, we come to paths. There's that path which looks a little deeper, and this one that looks a little thinner. I'm going to take this one. I can feel all the little stones beneath my feet. Taking my feet in as if I'm at the beach. Just enjoying the sensation of the water. Surprisingly, my feet have not frozen off. And as the walking from before, you have to be really mindful, because you want to make sure you're watching where you step. And although we're going on an adventure, we still want to be a little cautious. Just a little bit. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. A deep breath in and breathe out. And another deep breath in and breathe out. And I'm just going to walk along and let you hear the beautiful sounds of this little stream. You can close your eyes and imagine yourself walking, or you can watch my video. It's up to you. I'm going to take a second to look up at the sun though. And we're going to feel the warmth. I'm going to sit here and just feel the warmth on my face. I'm going to look up at the big flying bird. I'm not sure what type of bird it is. Let's continue. If you're walking along with me in your mind, imagine the water's up to your ankles. This area is a little more sandy. And then we get to some rocks that are a little more mossy. You can feel the moss tickling your feet and your ankles. Feeling the smoothness under your feet. As we walk along. It's a little more shallow here. Just covering our feet. Again, we get to a really mossy area, which is slippery but soothing. And tickles your ankles. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. A deep breath in and breathe out. Feel the sun on you. Listen to the sound your steps make. Just look around. Being ever so mindful of where you step. Placing your foot down and making sure it's solid before picking your second foot up. Thinking just how far you've come. You can't even see the bridge. Just barely. Just walking along. stopping to look below. Look at the little ripples. Pretty sure this is rose quartz I've picked up here. So one of my favorite questions to ask my clients is, at the end of the day, every day, what do you look back on and wish you did differently? Do you wish you spoke to friends more or family? Do you wish you got outside? Do you wish you spent time reading? At the end of your day, reflect and think about what you wish you did differently about that day. And we don't do this with regret. We don't do this with self-blame. Oh, I should have, would have, could have. I should have done this, I should have done that. We use it as a tool to make tomorrow different. So the things I wish I did today, how do I do those things tomorrow? And then try tomorrow. Another question I like to ask is, when you're 90 years old, looking back on life, and you're still totally with it, what are you going to remember the most? What are you going to look back on and say, that was the best part, those were the best parts, this is what made my life complete? And take some time to think about that. 100% of my clients have said the relationships and the connections they've made throughout their lives. They didn't talk about the days of doing dishes and getting that laundry done. They didn't talk about, usually work, sometimes yes. But the number one has always been the connections they made, the relationships they've had, and the people they've loved. Whoop! Down I am, okay. Stepped on this little piece of wood right there that caved in a little bit. We're cool. Now think about those things. And now think about how today, this moment, you can start living more towards them. How when you look back on your life, you don't have regrets. You don't have shoulda, woulda, couldas. You have I did. I tried. I succeeded or I failed, but I tried. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Deep breath in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and breathe out. And just relax, letting yourself sink into this moment. Thank you for joining me today for this meditation. I'm going to continue up the stream, and I hope you do the same thing in your mind. And even better, get outside and go. I know it's really tough being quarantined right now, especially with all the rainy, yucky, cold weather. But it was that rainy, yucky, cold weather that allowed this little stream here to grow bigger and to sound as beautiful as it does, to help all of these plants around it grow. Look at that. This little stream has helped all of these plants grow. We can certainly say the same thing about good deeds and positive attitudes. Use even a little positive attitude or a little bit of encouragement or a little bit of help and support can go a long way. Nature proves this over and over and over again. Be well, and thank you so much for tuning in and listening.